Weekend Breakfast. Garden. Weekend Breakfast. Motorcycle Diaries on Weekend Breakfast with Udo Karlsson.
That's our engineer, Owen Mache, saying something about you, Lance Rothschild.
Yeah, look, I've ridden some small motorcycles that may have about the same size engine as a lawnmower, but I'm not a gardener.
I've waited the whole month for you to be in studio. We finish off every month, of course, with Motorcycle Diaries, last Sunday of the month. Fantastic to have you in. What have you been up to?
Oh, we've been busy this last month. There's been a lot of good bikes, a lot of good riding, a lot of fun, but I'd like to kick off today with our studio guest, if we may.
Go right ahead. But before we go anywhere else, where's our friend Rian?
He's away on a family weekend and is having some family time.
So. There were some choice words for him at the Walk the Talk last week because the Oaks were looking for him there as well. They couldn't find him. But anyways.
He has been a busy bunny though.
There we go.
He really has been busy.
Our guest in studio this morning, Treffon Smith. I know that he is from Khwela Adventures and I did a little bit of reading up. Apparently he's just come back from a country that I was in last week visiting.
Yeah, he's, let's get Treffon to tell us all about it. But Treffon has a company called Khwela Adventures, and you guys have put together a whole lot of philanthropic tours, different take on adventure motorcycling. I want to learn a little bit more about your Mozzie Man tour, but firstly, welcome to 702.
Thanks very much, Lance and Udo.
Welcome to Motorcycle Diaries. Good to have you here. So I'm reading with great excitement what you guys do. It's not just a bunch of guys and ladies getting on bikes and going on a trip of a lifetime. It's also going to a place where you're going to change somebody else's life.
Yeah, look, basically our sort of motto is to ride for a reason. So many guys get on their bikes and they venture out to areas with, no real purpose to it. So what we're trying to do is to get the guys out there, enjoy the ride, and in the same time uplifting somebody else's life and in a way to improve their lifestyle.
Yeah, and it's a tremendous way to get to out of the way places. And I see that you're tailoring for sort of, should we say, a more executive market in terms of where you're pitching this, and you're bringing in a lot of people from overseas. So you're getting a lot of interest.
Yeah, look, it's a new project that we just started. I'm running under the banner of the Africa Expeditionary Force, which is headed by Chris Thorpe. And yeah, we're just trying to bring a whole new dimension to it, and giving the guys some a destination and a self gratification to it.
Now, on the 1st of July, I saw you guys at Pro Action KTM. You were just heading off on your Mozzie Man tour. Tell us where you went.
Well, we started off. We stayed over the first night in Sabi, where we went through the nice scenic routes of the forest there, and then from there we headed across to Belen. And took us about 4 days to get north up through via Tet and into Malawi, back into Zambia, into Zimbabwe, went down the Lake of Kariba and back into Zambia up to Gavin Johnson's Mtemwe Lodge. It was absolutely stunning. And then down into the Chobe area, into Kasane and back again. So we did...
Just listening to you is making me salivate because we're talking about a good week and a half on the road here, with a couple of good mates and just seeing some of the most beautiful sights in Southern Africa.
Well, it actually took us 17 days.
Yeah.
It's a trip that we pushed in. It was a recce trip, so it should have been a 22-day trip realistically. We did an amount of 5,600 Ks, excluding the 250 on the Lake Kariba, so we pushed a good couple of days.
Now, the guy or the lady who's just bought his or her bike, Is this for them?
Not particularly that trip, but yes, that's the market that we're aiming at. Is the basically the people coming into the lifestyle of it. We want to help the people, to put them onto their bikes, and in a safe way. We offer all the backup vehicles and that to go with it. I'm joined with the experience of Daryl from GS Adventures, and yeah, with his talents and my talents, I think we got a good thing going.
And how many Mozzie nets did you deliver?
We managed to get out the 350 nets and accompanied with, I think it was 250 T-shirts. So each person that gets a net gets a T-shirt. So we not only giving them nets, but trying to give them a bit of clothing as we go.
Listen, I think your business will grow with every different adventure you've got set up all over Southern Africa. How endless are the possibilities in terms of the kind of trips you can undertake in this region?
Well, look, we don't want to be venturing like way north up into Africa because, 2 out of 100 guys will get on their bikes and go and do that trip by themselves. We want to, sort of bring in the lifestyle where the guy can take his family his wife in this case, and go and do a trip around Africa in a safe way, doing more and concentrating on the southern African region.
Okay.
And
Now, crucially, I'm a bit of Lance, first of all, is an adventure junkie in terms of being on-road and off-road. I love the cruiser-type bike. Your trips, would they cater to both types of rides?
Well, look, a lot of them, the roads that we travel on, I would say about 90% is tar road, good tar road. So, we do venture off into the lodges, which will then be a little bit of dirt road. So if you are happy to take your cruiser off onto the dirt, then come with us. But there's not going to find many of those guys that will want to do that.
Yeah. You'll generally find, should you want to do all the tar, one could probably pack the bike onto a trailer if needs be for the extreme sections. But it would more appeal to the adventure rider. You brought out a TV crew from Germany, if I'm not mistaken, for the Mozzie Man tour.
Yeah, well, look, it wasn't something that was planned, but a TV crew from Germany heard about what we were doing. And 2 weeks prior to that, we approached British Airways via Trevor. And yeah, they were very generous in that and flew them out and flew them back again business class. So we're very grateful for British Airways on that. And yeah, they've come to they came and did a whole documentary of it. So we should have a cut version in the next sort of 3 weeks about the whole story.
Fantastic. Looking forward to it. Just very quickly, contact details. People might be interested. They want to check out more in terms of the scenic journeys that you guys have available. Where do they find you?
Well, look, we're on Twitter and Facebook under Khwela Adventures. And yeah, you can just have a look up there. The areas that we're trying to target the mostly, as I say, we'll be traveling around in tours where we can have a bus that will go with us, and so that the guys can get away on their bikes, because the guys aren't doing the mileage on their bikes that they should be, because they're having to leave the wives at home. So where we bring in the wives can actually sit in the vehicle and travel, the whole 10 days or 12-day whatever trip we're doing, and the guy can be living his dream by riding on his bike, and the destinations that we get to, we'll all be arriving pretty much at the same time. And so, at least get the guys to do some more mileage.
Great stuff.
Fantastic. Reminds you of the epithet, young riders pick a destination and go, old riders pick a direction and go.
Lance Rothschild, thank you very much. Treffon Smith, nice to have you in studio this morning. I think we'll take a bit of a breather and wrap up with just one or two issues still on the agenda for motorcycle.
And some nice new bikes.
There we go.